And what about the hydraulic fracking, man? Huh? If sabotaging people's well water is not terrorism, I don't know what the hell is. And there are thousands of people in the United States right now drinking poison right out of their well water. And a lot of them don't have an option to drink city water. And they feed that crap to the animals and the hair falls off of them, and then they bring them to market and sell them to eat to us. That's what they're doing here in the United States, man. Poisoning the well water. Telling young people that they need to go look for terrorists that don't exist. Like Ron Paul said, yeah, there's people out there, enemies that exist. They're not necessarily terrorists, because anybody that's your enemy is a terrorist, right? Right. So in other words, when they're not your enemy, they're a peaceful terrorist. You could say that, right? As long as they're inactive, I personally really don't care about them, as long as they're not doing anything to hurt anybody, right? I'm sure most people will, agree with that are reasonable. We hope so anyway. We really don't know this day and age. We've got so many unreasonable people right now in control that reason and logic is a thing of the past, isn't it? I'm into the American products. There's a real buck, man. Made in the USA right there. Old timer. China has a city called USA. That's right. China, the country, has a city called U.S.A. USA. And they make stuff like this and stamp USA on it and deceive people and make them think it's made right here in the United States now. I'm in Lakeland, Florida right now. This knife is from Matador, Texas. We are in serious trouble here in the United States, y'all. Did you know that pennies are full of lead and they have a copper skin around them? It's a fact. Everything in the USA has went down the tube. No habeas corpus, no right to face your accuser, and literally acts of terrorism going on right here in our country. Millions of people illegally entering into the country, our well water being hydraulically fracked and poisoned, and they want to worry about terrorism. Overactive military and underactive police won't even enforce a noise ordinance, especially a company like Publix. A common man like me, of course, they'll come out and shoot him if he doesn't cooperate, but Publix, no problem, man. You can keep the neighbors up all night. It doesn't matter if they're disabled or what they are. Put an arm rail all the way out to the curb of the road and make disabled people, and having thousands of scratches along that handrail that belongs to Publix that leads hundreds and thousands of little children, babies in strollers, being pushed out into the street to get around this handrail that has been so conveniently placed for Publix employees. That's the kind of shit that goes on every day, man. Crimes against humanity that seemingly go unanswered, but you folks ain't going to get away with it forever, man, because there's a God, and Jehovah is his name, and you will answer to him.